It's a Catalonian qualifying for you today. Welcome along to Spain, to Barcelona, and wherever you are in the world, do you feel the need? The need for speed?
Leading the pack, that's P1. And just behind us are Sainz, Tsunoda and Gasly. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:12.3. First position, front of the pack, and we're in front of Verstappen, Piastri and Norris. The fastest lap at the moment, 1 minute 11.4. So, just ahead of us in this session at the moment are Norris, and we're in front of Piastri, Sainz and Verstappen. The fastest lap at the moment, 1:11.6. Fantastic, you've got pole position.
With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. So many eventful races here in Barcelona over the years. Do you remember Max Verstappen's first win on debut for Red Bull here in 2016? 2 years before, we had the dramatic coming together of Hamilton and Rosberg going towards turn 4. There's always a treat in store as we head back to the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and we welcome the removal of the chicane in the final sector, shortening lap times and reducing the total running to 2.9 miles and 14 turns. This was actually the original setup for the track, but it hasn't been used since 2007. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Isack Hadjar lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Gasly, Oscar Piastri, Ocon, Sainz, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Albon, Iwasa, Vesti, Leclerc, Théo Pourchaire, Behrman, Doohan, Fittipaldi, Sargent, Joe, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yeah, they have, and it's, rule number one, beat your teammate. They're the one that share the same equipment as you, and yes, the cars can vary in setup from race to race and depending on who has which style, but essentially they're your barometer, the yardstick. If you can beat them, that's the first job you have to do. And it looks like it's going their way, doesn't it? And they need to carry on this momentum, this energy through the rest of the season.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. So as all the cars take their positions on the grid, the teams will be hoping their strategies pay off for them in today's race. And the question I'm asking is which teams have got it right, and which ones have got it horribly wrong?
Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Okay, information on Verstappen. They've got some kind of mechanical problem. Car behind is Max. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. They seem to have an issue. Your last lap time, 1 minute 15.1. Okay, let's go now, come on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops, let's go. Okay, we've got 21 laps of fuel left. 21 laps. And you've got P13. P13. Okay, Vesti's ahead of you. Okay, they're on old softs. It's poor share behind you now. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, so gap to the leader, 15.5 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, 22 laps left. For a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. Max is coming in for his stop. You're running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge. Okay, Isaac, we want to make sure we're saving some ERS, so let's try and charge it up now. Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Okay, Sainz is ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 1 minute 16.2. Okay, so you're gaining by around 0.6 a lap. And there are 18 laps of fuel remaining now. Piastri ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've done 15 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time, 1:16.1. Right, you're closing in by around 1.4 seconds a lap. Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate. The pack, that's P1, Norris behind. You're separated by an entire lap. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops, let's go. Okay, just 5 laps until the end.
And here he comes. It's all go, go, go for Lando Norris as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
It was a joy to watch today, honestly, because the driver was clearly able to read the conditions well on track, to use the information properly from the team, and usually come up with the right solution at the right time.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure. And no doubt, they'll be celebrating tonight. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
OK, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.